While every investor's distress must be equally acknowledged, there is a dimension of a heightened public sense of betrayal, which I share, that a national icon who has brought so much pride to all of us is also a victim of the alleged fraud.
It's Multimasi, bringing you the latest happenings in dancehall and reggae music. Welcome, it's Multimasi, and here are the stories making the cut for today. Andrew Holness breaks silence on SSL fraud of Usain Bolt and others. Stay tuned for the stories in detail, and remember to follow me on Instagram at Multi_Masi.
I don't see them hard to get. Me love the hard forgive. System up most time me say it hard to live. Big and them still a try plan up, but man hard to kill. Them hate it when we are win. Them love it when we are lose. But me can pretend. So me have to choose.
Massive, remember the name, remember the message of this song. His name is Yanni Cassanova, and he's introducing us to his song called Win featuring Raskality. Win is a song that most people can relate to. Either they have experienced what he's talking about or know someone who has. He's teaching the youth some valuable lessons as well. All they need to do is listen closely to his lyrics. It's obvious that time was spent on composing the lyrics because they make sense and they flow into each other. The production overall is good. That includes both the song and the music video. Special big ups going out to everyone who helped to make this project a success. Click the link in the description box below to listen to the full song, and check them out on Instagram at Yanni_Cassanova and Raskality. Make them know say I'm Multimasi Senior. Just a quick update as it regards to the Stocks and Securities Limited SSL fraud. Now police have raided the apartment of one of the suspects. Her name is Jean Ann Panton. Check out these videos.
So as part of the investigation, a team of officers led by the head of the fraud squad as well as the investigative department of the FID, so they conducted a search at the home of Ms. Panton, who is at the center of the investigation. So far, not much I can share about the search. What I can tell you that they have taken some documents that they believe could be of assistance to them. They will be analyzing those documentation to see if it provides any support to the ongoing investigation. They have also taken into their custody some cell phones, which will be analyzed. So at this stage, we don't know what's going to come of this search, what it will lead to, but so far, that's where they are with the investigation at the moment. And I spoke with the investigators. There may be other searches that they are contemplating because the investigation is like a puzzle. So as you look at one piece, you see where another piece take you to another location. So I know that they're, from my discussion with them, there are likely to be other searches relative to this investigation.
Can you tell us about the health of the accused in this matter?
Well, you know that is not within my scope because I don't know medical term. What I can tell is that she was in a wheelchair during the search, but I can't speak to her health.
Does she still live at these premises?
As far as we know, this is her home.
Was she arrested?
No, she was not arrested today.
When is she likely to be charged?
So that will be a determination for the investigators, the FID and the fraud squad, and that will also be determined by the evidence that they uncover during this search and other parts of the investigation, because it's a large investigation, so this is just one part. So there are other parts, and at the end of the day, they are trying to get as much evidence as possible to see how they proceed next.
Has the statement that she provided to SSL private investigators been provided to the police, and have the police had a sworn statement from the suspect?
Yes, the investigators are in possession of a sworn statement.
So she has admitted to the theft?
I can say that the police are in possession of a statement that was provided by her sworn statement.
And that sworn statement outlines that she stole millions of dollars?
No, I can't divulge that bit of information, not being an investigator, but it would not be in keeping with our investigative principles.
So why hasn't she been arrested and charged yet?
arrest and charges based on evidence. So the investigators, and it's a very high-level investigation with a set of competent investigators. We know an investigation like this, you want to make sure that you have all the evidence that you need before you. So they're not going to rush into any part of the process. They are going to make sure that everything is meticulously done to ensure that when they get to a point that someone can be charged, then they have evidence to put the matter before the court and have it tested and get a result.
Are all the suspects on your radar?
I did not get that from the investigators.
Is she cooperating with the police?
Yes, she is.
Is she there right now?
Well, she was at the location because the search was supervised by her attorney, and she was also present to observe what was happening. So everything was done in clear view of her and her attorney.
The Prime Minister Andrew Holness has finally broke his silence as it relates to the SSL fraud. He made this post on his Instagram. Check it out.
This morning, I received a general briefing from the Minister of Finance, representatives of the FSC and the FID, the Commissioner of Police, and the Attorney General's Department on allegations of significant fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited, a non-bank financial institution which is of grave national concern. This briefing was important to properly inform and guide any public pronouncements I may make on the matter. Like all Jamaicans, at home and abroad, I am thoroughly disgusted and upset by revelations in the public domain surrounding this matter. I'm very concerned and sympathetic to all those hard-working Jamaicans who at this moment are uncertain of the status of funds they have invested with the institution in question. While every investor's distress must be equally acknowledged, there is a dimension of a heightened public sense of betrayal, which I share, that a national icon who has brought so much pride to all of us is also a victim of the alleged fraud. Having had the benefit of the brief, I can confidently say to the nation that all the relevant government entities are seized of the urgent nature of this matter, the great public concern, and the suffering of the victims. I am satisfied that the entities understand the implications and the potentially complex nature of this matter and the need for transparency, diligence, and prudence in all their operations. The coordination within the law among the various entities was also evident, which is a good sign for efficient and timely action. A thorough investigation is being undertaken to identify the perpetrators and colluders involved in the fraudulent activity with a view to bringing them to justice, as well as to trace the funds and secure forfeiture of assets acquired with the stolen funds. The affected investors and the public can be assured that the investigative and prosecutorial agencies have the necessary competencies and resources and have already started to act decisively to gather information and evidence. No effort will be spared in uncovering the full extent of the fraudulent activities and in bringing the perpetrators to justice. While this matter has sparked immediate fear and general concern, there is absolutely no need for panic about the strength and soundness of the financial system as a whole. As a result of significant reforms implemented over the last 2 decades, Jamaica has a strong and vibrant financial system in which the public can have confidence. Our financial system is recognized as the leading financial market in the region, and it is a source of competitive advantage for us. The public can rest assured that the government will be proactive in ensuring that there is accountability and probity in the exercise of public functions, and that our policy and administrative response is effective in continually strengthening the financial sector and protecting the investing public. The Minister of Finance has already indicated that he will update the public on certain policy and administrative actions that the government has already decided to give effect. Now, while I understand the hurt and upset all Jamaicans feel at this time, I urge the public not to fuel panic through speculation and baseless assertions. Given the potentially complex and litigious nature of these matters, the government must ensure that it verifies every bit of information it gives to the public. This may sometimes create a short lag in updates and responses. The public should also be aware that for legal and other reasons, the authorities will not always be able to respond to all assertions made in the public domain. This means that the public must exercise caution and patience in how they rely on unconfirmed information. We are aware that there may be persons with narrow agendas seeking to influence markets and investor decisions, promote false narratives, and create instability. Therefore, I have stressed the importance of transparency and accountability to the various government agencies, as this is the only way to secure public confidence. The government will ensure that the laws and systems in place work for the benefit of the general public good, accountability for those responsible, and justice for those negatively affected.
So Massive, what are your thoughts on the Prime Minister's speech? Let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today, Massive Montana. Big up on a nice clean self. Enough love, enough respect. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Positive vibrations going out to the Massive. I'm out of Massey. Magan.
Mouta Massey. Covering the latest in Jamaican music and culture. Like, share, comment and subscribe now.